Fam, I'm just spitting them facts. Yeah, I'm just stacking them sats. We have a lot to cover in today's show. Bitcoin addresses holding at least one Bitcoin gets close to 1 million. That's right, whole coiners hit an all-time high. Let's freaking go. Also in today's show, independent research verifies that the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust 633,000 Bitcoin exists. So why don't Grayscale? Well, in the wake of the FTX crisis, proof of reserves has been a trending topic, and it seems when firms are unwilling to provide it, analysts may step in. Also in today's show, $165 million in Bitcoin linked to the Mt. Gox hack suddenly moves as quant analyst issues a warning. Quoting Crypto Quant here, 7-year-old 10,000 BTC move today. No surprise. It's from criminals like most of the old Bitcoins. It's the BTC exchange wallet related to the 2014 Mt. Gox hack. They sent 65 BTC to hit BTC a few hours ago, so it's not a government auction or something. Also in today's show, crypto trader details massive price target for Litecoin and says Litecoin can lead the altcoin charge. That's right, in a new technical roundup strategy video, synonymous analyst on alt tells his 44,000 YouTube subs that rallying Litecoin could crack its previous all-time high of almost $400, which hit back in May of 2021. Also in today's show, Bitcoin will explode by over a whopping 5,900%, come out of the bear market, spelling like a rose, says ARK Invest. Cathie Wood, that's right, the founder of ARK Invest, is doubling down on her prediction that Bitcoin will hit seven-figure price target by 2030. Also in today's show, will Bitcoin hit $110,000 next year in 2023? I'm going to be sharing with you 3 reasons to be bullish on Bitcoin right now. And quoting economist Henrik Zeberg here, Bitcoin moves as a risk asset, not like gold. When SPX explodes higher and blow off top towards 57 to 6,000 target area, Bitcoin should reach 90 to 110,000. The final rally before Deflationary Bust. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. I want to welcome everyone tuning into today's live stream of Crypto News Alerts. This is pod episode number 1114, and today is November 25th, 2022. Hopefully you had a pretty amazing Thanksgiving dinner with your fam just yesterday, but we naturally have a lot to cover as usual, so let's dive right into today's crypto market watch. Checking out Coin 360. You can see many of the top cryptos currently correcting back in the red. We got Bitcoin down about 0.25% for the day, trading at around 16,500. which you can see here. We have Ether down 0.5%, trading just under $1,200. And also correcting, we got Polkadot, Solana, Avalanche, and Cardano, as well as Litecoin, which seen a recent breakout, which I'm going to be covering in great detail later in the show. We have Dogecoin, one of the top gainers, up 8%. And we also have XRP up almost 4%, and BNB up 0.5%. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we can see the crypto market cap sitting at $831 billion at the time of this recording, with $32 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, which means the volume is extremely down, and the current Bitcoin dominance is 38.2%, with the Ether dominance at 17.5%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers in the past 24 hours is Dogecoin leading the pack, pun intended, trading at 8.8 cents, followed by the Graph up 4%, trading at 6.2 cents, followed by XRP up 3.6%, trading just above 40 cents, and also has recently been breaking out. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the past week, you can see we have a mixture of gainers and losers. We got HT up about 39%, CRV up 22%, while Chili's down about 34%, and FTT, still bordering around $1.50, which is the infamous FTX token. Also checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, one of my favorite indicators, shows we're currently rated a 20 in extreme fear, same as yesterday, and last week was a 23, and last month a 23 in fear. So there you have it, and welcome everyone just tuning in to today's live show. Make some noise in the live chat, and naturally, every episode we do a live Q&A, which is exclusive for the YouTube audience. So if you're listening to the podcast right now on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc., be sure to check out cryptonewsalerts.net for the full premium premium experience with video and to participate in the live Q&A. But with that being shared, let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss whole coiner wallets hitting a new all-time high. Smaller wallet addresses in Bitcoin's ecosystem continue accumulating Bitcoin despite market turmoil. That's right, keep stacking them sats. The number of known addresses on the Bitcoin blockchain, the whole 1 Bitcoin or more, has hit a new all-time high. And according to blockchain analytics company Glassnode, the number of wallets holding at least 1 Bitcoin or more has reached 950,000, which you can see here in this chart. How many of you are whole coiners? Let me know in the comments below. Now, Bitcoin podcast host Jake Woodhouse told Telegraph that to the untrained eye, the price of something reflects the value. However, price action should not be confused with value, as the most recent data in the Bitcoin market represents. He adds, plebs around the world are hovering up Bitcoin as they see this as an opportunity to accumulate a widely undervalued asset, which most assume has no value. As the price collapses, Bitcoin is dead. Shouts to the mainstream. Is it? Clearly, many disagree. The Bitcoin pleb is the name adorned to ordinary people around the globe who support the king crypto. Plebs buy Bitcoin, or in pleb speak, stack sats, better known as Satoshis. There's 100 million Satoshis per Bitcoin, just FYI, and continue to believe in Bitcoin despite mainstream media's attempts to utilize the decentralized technology. They keep repeating that Bitcoin is dead, but they have been saying this for the past decade. The trend coincides with billions of dollars of Bitcoin and crypto exiting the exchanges. As Woodhouse suggests, the Bitcoin plebs of humbler means demonstrate higher levels of conviction, while the price flirts with the low teens. Now, Woodhouse digs into self-custody and says, how many of these Bitcoin are in self-custody, never to be moved again? My bet, the majority. Indeed, in the aftermath of the FTX fiasco, some Bitcoin enthusiasts are learning how to take custody of their Bitcoin, registering record withdrawals from the exchanges, which we have witnessed in the past couple of weeks. According to Glassnode data, exchange balances have trended down since the beginning of the year, and in January, exchange balances measured roughly 2.8 million, or almost 15% of the total supply of Bitcoin mined. But now in November, exchanges balances are down 2.3 million Bitcoin, or shy 11% of the total supply. Now, quoting the analyst here, the bear market is highlighting the fraudsters who have been selling Bitcoin derivatives, Sam Bankman-Fried, naturally promoting the superpower of Bitcoin self-custody, which I believe individuals are taking heed of, a signal of huge positivity for the Bitcoin bulls. We also have the Giga Chad, Michael Saylor, the billionaire, one of the wealthiest Bitcoin bulls, who also agrees. Saylor recently shared nuggets of wisdom with Cointelegraph concerning the bear market. He advised Bitcoin buyers to relax and focus on the bigger picture. That's sage advice. If you're to ask me, just keep stacking them sats and keep in mind that 1 Bitcoin is still equivalent to 1 Bitcoin. It doesn't matter how deep of a crypto winter we fall into, 1 Bitcoin's always going to be 1 Bitcoin. The people who get the hurt the most during these crypto winters are the ish coiners, unfortunately, and those who put too much trust in the exchanges and not self-custodying their own crypto assets. So the lesson in all of this, remove your crypto from the exchanges. If you still have any on there, only use an exchange to make a quick trade and then immediately export it off of the exchange. Anyone keeping their crypto on the exchange for the long haul is flirting with disaster. And I mean, a lot of people lost a lot of money. Over 1 million investors lost money in FTX because too many people put too much faith in Bankman-Fried and these centralized exchanges and regulators who all failed us at the end of the day. But with that being shared, now let's discuss the 633,000 Bitcoin, which has been confirmed by an analyst regarding the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which a lot have been talking about, with digital asset management firm Grayscale refusing to provide proof of reserves for its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, better known as GBTC. An independent analysis. An analyst spent days combing through the blockchain to independently verify its holdings. The OXT research analyst Ergo used on-chain forensics to confirm that as of November 23rd, that GBTC owns approximately 633,000 Bitcoin held by its custodian, Coinbase Custody. As shared here on Crypto Twitter, the Grayscale Coins Part 2 in this analysis, we used additional on-chain forensics to confirm the approximate 633,000 Bitcoin balance held by GBTC at Coinbase Custody, which begs the question, why does Grayscale refuse to disclose their on-chain holdings? That, my friend, is the million-dollar question. So since the collapse of FTX, there has been increasing pressure on other exchanges and digital asset managers to prove that they hold the funds that they claim. Now, a GBTC collapse or liquidation of its holdings would be a serious black swan event, to say the least. Concerns have been heightened due to Grayscale's relationship with the embattled crypto lender, Genesis Global Trading, given both their subsidiaries, a venture capital firm, Digital Currency Group, better known as DCG. Now, the independent verification of its holdings will give some level of confidence to investors of the product and the industry as a whole, and follow Coinbase attesting to the holdings earlier in the week. Now, Ergo announced they were looking into the holdings of GBTC in a November 20th tweet after Grayscale cited security concerns as their reason for withholding on-chain proof of reserves on November 18th, and knowing that most of the assets had recently been transferred from Grayscale's previous security provider, Zappo, to Coinbase custody, Ergo was able to use public data and chain forensics to attribute a balance of about 317,700 in Bitcoin and 432 addresses to likely GBTC custody activity. And to find the rest of the Bitcoin held by GBTC, Ergo had to scan the blockchain in order to find additional addresses which fit the profile of those originally found, and notes that while the analysis certainly includes false positives as well as negatives, the addresses they found contain holdings of Bitcoin nearly identical to what GBTC claimed to have. And announcing they had confirmed the holdings, Ergo added, which begs the question, why does Grayscale refuse to disclose their on-chain holdings? And Twitter user Skyquake1 offered a possible answer, having dug up GBTC's Securities and Exchange Commission filing from January of 2017, which states that the custodian may not disclose such public keys to the sponsor, trust, or any other individual or entity, as shared here. Turns out it was part of the GBTC prospectus. They're simply not allowed to tell you, as revealed here. And Ergo has received praise from many of the community, including crypto research firm Delphi Digital Surretis, who retweeted the analysis and added, Ergo is a treasure, and the Twitter community has been a constant source of insight into the crypto industry, particularly since the fallout of FTX, and has even been received praise from the Coinbase CEO and founder Brian Armstrong, as well as Elon Musk, for their efforts. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding this independent research confirming the 633,000 BTC from GBTC in Coinbase custody? Do you think that offers peace of mind to crypto investors? I'll let your boy in the comments below. And with that being shared, now let's dive into our next story and discuss the infamous $165 million worth of Bitcoin floating around from the 2014 Mt. Gox hacks. Let's discuss it, shall we? The co-founder and chief executive of on-chain data analytics firm CryptoQuant is revealing that a stash of 7-year-old Bitcoin linked to the hacking of the Mt. Gox exchange in 2014 is on the move. CryptoQuant CEO says that 10,000 Bitcoin from the wallet, now defunct crypto exchange BTCE, were allegedly moved by criminals, with a small portion of the stash being transferred to the HIT Bitcoin trading platform. As he shares here, 7-year-old 10,000 Bitcoin moved today. No surprise, it's from criminals. Like most of the old Bitcoins, it's the BTCE exchange wallet related to the 2014 Mt. Gox hack. They sent 65 BTC to HIT BTC a few hours ago, so it's not a government auction or something. And you can see here the spent outage age bands shared from this an analysis, and asked why the alleged criminals are selling Bitcoin now when the flagship crypto asset had fallen over 70% from its all-time high. CryptoQuant CEO says that the old Bitcoin has already appreciated by over 5,500% since 2015. Let that sink in. As he shares here, well, they don't care. It's 55x profit for them anyway. They got these Bitcoins when the price was $297 in January of 2015, and the Bitcoin price is currently sitting at $16,600 now, so approximately profit and loss is almost 6,000%. Like, whoa, that's like Bitcoin going from where it is today at 16.5 all the way to $1 million. You feel me? And according to the quant analyst, the large Bitcoin stash could increase the Bitcoin downside risk, as he shares here. I'm not saying they're going to sell all those 10,000 Bitcoin. We never know when they will sell the rest of the BTC. What we do know is that the 10,000 Bitcoin was moved by criminals and could be potential sell-side liquidity since they sent 0.6% of their assets to exchanges. Now, the crypto quant analyst had previously said the movement of old Bitcoins tends to have bearish consequences in most cases. Do you think history will repeat and this can have a bearish consequence as well with this Mt. Gox hacked BTC? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now I want to discuss one of the altcoins which has recently been breaking out and gaining a lot of traction. It's one of the OGs in the crypto space, and that is none other than Litecoin. A popular crypto analyst is setting a new potential price target for Litecoin as it starts to build momentum. In a new technical roundup strategy video, synonymous analyst Don Alt tells his 44,000 YouTube subs that rallying Litecoin could crack its previous all-time high of almost $400, which it hit back in May of 2021. How many of you are also bullish on Litecoin, one of the OGs of crypto? Let me know in the comments. His first higher price target level is in the area of $160 to $200, which would be up 156% increase from the Litecoin current value at a time of, and at this time, Litecoin is changing hands at $78. So a more than 22% increase from its close just a week ago. Quoting them here, target wise, I'm not looking to sell at $100. I'm looking for somewhere between $160 and $200, and around $300. $400 would be interesting to me. I could see this making the all-time high. It didn't really do much during the bull market, and it has a chart set up to make that happen, which he shares here in this chart. Now, the strategist predicts that moving forward, Litecoin will outpace other alts when the market moves, rallying faster, when the market bounces, and dropping harder when it corrects. Quoting him here, I'm going to play Litecoin, and if that runs early, I might rotate into other things, but for now, I'm going to stick with that one that I am reasonably certain if altcoins go up, Litecoin will go up harder. If altcoins go down, Litecoin will go down a little bit less. I think Litecoin is a good trade in general, so based on that, there is little reason for me to go elsewhere because I think this has quite the big upside while not being as risky as other things. And to watch this video that Don Alt did entitled Litecoin Mood Target, sir, check the show notes below the video in the description. And once again, if you are currently bullish on Litecoin or holding it, let me know in the comments below. I remember initially, if I am not mistaken, correct me if I am wrong, but I believe Litecoin is an initial hard fork off of Bitcoin, hence why many consider Litecoin the silver and Bitcoin as digital gold. But with that being shared, now let's dive into our next big price prediction of the day, and that's Cathie Wood of ARK Invest doubling down on her $1 million Bitcoin price prediction by the year 2030. The founder and CEO of investment firm ARK Invest doubles down on her prediction Bitcoin will hit 7 figures by 2030. Send it. Let's freaking go. Responding to a question during an interview with Bloomberg about whether she is still holding on to her forecast that Bitcoin will reach the 1 million mark in 8 years, ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood says that she is. And while stating the Bitcoin will come out of the market downturn smelling like a rose, Wood says that institutional investors will be more comfortable putting money in the flagship crypto asset and Ethereum once they better understand them. As she shares here, we think Bitcoin is coming out of this smelling like a rose because of what I have mentioned previously. And I do think, though, the one thing that will be displayed is perhaps institutions stepping back and just saying, okay, do we really understand this? And once they actually do the homework and see what's happened here, I think they might be more comfortable moving into Bitcoin and perhaps Ether as a first stop. Now, with Bitcoin currently trading at 16,500 at the time of this recording, that would mean Bitcoin would rise 5,940% to reach Wood's $1 million seven-figure Bitcoin price prediction. And according to the ARK Invest CEO, Bitcoin and Ethereum have proven themselves resilient and capable in the face of a crisis wrought by the recent collapse of the crypto exchange giant FTX. Quoting Cathie here, if you look at the blockchains, let's use Bitcoin blockchain and Ethereum. What you'll find is they have the infrastructure, the technology has not skipped a beat throughout this entire crisis. In fact, Bitcoin's hash rate is at an all-time high, and that is a real indication of the security of the network. And on Ethereum, we're seeing the total value staked at $24 billion. That is an all-time high. So we think the infrastructure is working beautifully. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Cathie Wood. And to watch this video she did entitled Bitcoin will reach 1 million per coin by 2030, check the show notes below the video in the description. And I want to give a massive shout out to Cathie Wood, as she is also a crypto OG and one of the most bullish in the space, even during the crypto winter. Her and Michael Saylor, as well as Nayib Bukele, stacking sats like a mofo and seizing the moment and taking advantage of it. It shows you their true belief in the industry. With that being shared, now for our final story of the day, and that's a target of $110,000 for Bitcoin next year in 2023, which ironically enough is right around the corner. So let's break this down, shall we? Will Bitcoin hit $1 million by 2030, or better yet, 100,000 by next year? Bitcoin may follow stocks on a massive bull run as the weekly chart delivers a new sign of strength. The latest analysis from several well-known crypto names suggested it's time to give up the bear market narrative, despite everyone talking about a new macro Bitcoin Bitcoin price low, including Robert Kiyosaki estimating Bitcoin to hit a bottom floor between 10 and 12,000, as well as other analysts. But new perspectives demand a rethink. Be it thanks to macro or just good old Bitcoin price cycles, there are 3 new reasons to flip bullish on Bitcoin in its current state near 2-year lows. The first reason, stocks rally could produce a $110,000 Bitcoin price. That's right. First in line is a theory involving a macro market catalyst, courtesy of macro analyst Henrik Zeberg. In a tweet from November 24th, Zeberg maintained Bitcoin is still acting just like other risk assets, but notably not like gold. And with the FTX scandal weakening the correlation between BTC and stocks, there is nonetheless no reason to abandon the idea that it will return. For Zeberg, a rising tide lifts all boats, and a final rally throughout the risk asset field could take Bitcoin over $100,000. Quoting him here on crypto Twitter, check it. Bitcoin moves as a risk asset, not like gold. When SPX explodes higher and blow off top towards 57 to 6,000 target area, Bitcoin should reach $90 to $110,000. Final rally before the deflationary bust. Send it. Let's freaking go. And an accompanying chart appeared to put the rally beginning at the start of 2023, which once again is right around the corner, as today is November 25th. We just have another month to go here for the year. Now, for the second reason why Bitcoin can surge is the indicator bull divergence echoes that of March of 2020. Back to the crypto-centric triggers on the on-chain balance volume is one of the indicators given a taste of possible bullish times to come. According to popular trader Alan Terengard, now is the time to pay attention to Bitcoin's weekly chart, which has printed 20 weeks of bullish divergence. This indicates the weakening of downtrend momentum. Part of accompanying Twitter comments read, Bitcoin may pick up a massive rally. Send it. Let's go. And a move to the upside would correspond with Bitcoin's behavior after the March Novid cross-market crash. Now, this indicator acts as a cumulative measure of buy and sell pressure by keeping the running tally of volume across a given time period. It is similar to cumulative volume delta, but encompasses more than simply bid and ask trades. Now for the third reason why Bitcoin can go parabolic, reaching 6 figures in 2023, the RSI bullish divergence is first for Bitcoin. That's right, the OBV is not the only bullish divergence making waves in Bitcoin analytics circles. For Bitcoin trader and technical analyst, MAGS, a phenomenon playing out for the first time in Bitcoin's history, is the event monitoring going forward. Again, consulting the weekly chart, MAGS noted the Bitcoin's relative strength index, known as the RSI, is now printing a bullish divergence on the weekly timeframes, something never ever seen before, not even during the previous bear market lows. As he shares here, every bull market peak, Bitcoin formed a bullish or a bearish divergence on the RSI, followed by a bear market correction. He explained this the first time ever Bitcoin printing a bullish divergence on the weekly. Probably nothing, and he backs it up by sharing this chart, clearly showing this bullish divergence. Now, what are your thoughts surrounding the Bitcoin price soaring to $110,000 next year in 2023? Do you feel this is likely a possibility? Let me know in the comments right down below. Also like to point out, we do have other crypto analysts also just as bullish, predicting a realistic 6-figure price for 2023 as well, including Credible Crypto. He says Bitcoin can rise as high as $150,000 next year. Max Kaiser still says 220,000 still in play. We have Samson Mao, who is predicting 100,000 still this year. And we also have a plan B from the stock to flow model, as I covered in great detail in yesterday's show, predicting a $100,000 Bitcoin price, but a year later, sometime between 2024 and 2025. But when do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to reach that critical 6-figure price target? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. With that being shared, I want to welcome everyone just tuning in to today's live show. We're going to dive right into our live Q&A, where you can literally ask me anything. I want to give a massive shout out to everyone in the live chat, including BitBud, Coinfather, Renee. It's good to see you, fam. We got Rave Elevator. We got Tom T. We got Vince Butcher. We got Michael Volkman. We got Jeff S. We got Bitcoin Cal. It's good to see the crypto fam. We got Jose Piera. Good to see you as well. Dragon Flower, Adam 2. Welcome, family. I'm going to start reading some of your comments here. Chuck Strickland, welcome as well. He says it looks like people are going into the coins that didn't have a premium. Coinfather says, nice, I usually swing not too much by day trading for me. Tom says, no more ish coins for me. Bitcoin maxi here. BitBuzz says, Coinfather, it's about trading it for profit, bro, not falling in love with it. Bitcoin Trini says, JV, you are correct. I appreciate the love. Jeff says, buying the sale movements, Litecoin negative 4%. That's right. If you're going to take advantage of Litecoin, do it during the dip. Bitcoin Cal says, I am a 98% maxi. That's what's up. Shout out to all my maxis out there. Jose P Tahira says, new name for Ishcoin, security Ishcoins. Coinfather says, same here. We'll take advantage, making money off of these Ishcoins. Tom says, yeah, Cathie Wood, one of my heroes. Shout out to Cathie Wood. Bitcoin Trini says, nice. I am like 90%. Still holding some bags. That's what's up. Dragonflower says, Mama Cathie has had a hard year. Yeah, I feel bad for the people who are 95% altcoins and only 5% Bitcoin or 0% BTC in their portfolio. That to me makes absolutely no sense. So when I start reading your comments, 98% Bitcoin, 95% Bitcoin, that's what's up. It's good to see y'all get it. Jeff says Bitcoin 16,480 on what is that? On CB, which is Coinbase. Yep, that's the current trading price. Rave says ish coins are all going to zero. It's just a violent path. Renee says, you guys, it's up to you to decide. Adam says Cathie Wood equals moon mummy. Never heard that one before. That's what's up. Dragon says, I don't think any coins really die anymore. They just turn to zombies. That's right. If FTT coin is still in existence, which is still currently trading at around $1.50, it goes to show you, even the biggest Ponzi scam coins out there, it's hard for them to disappear. I saw it happen to BitConnect and a handful of others, but I think Luna Classic is even still floating around out there. So it just goes to show you how crazy this crypto sphere could be. Jeff says chain workers strike may affect crypto to the downside. That wouldn't be good. Tom says Michael Saylor is the smartest person on the planet. I agree. One of the smartest out there. BitBuzz says in 2025 is when we hit that six-figure $100,000 mark. Bitcoin Cal says shout out to Michael Saylor, a.k.a. Bitcoin Jesus. Renee says, I say, there is Bitcoin and there is everything else. Sorry, guys. Coinfather says $100,000. Here we go. Time to start planning that $100,000 party in Puerto Rico in 2025. Well, let's make it happen. How many of you, by a show of hands, will actually attend if we have a $100,000 Bitcoin price celebration party here in Puerto Rico? And I invite all of you tuning in right now. And you're all welcome to attend here in Puerto Rico. We're going to live it up, celebrate a six-figure Bitcoin price. But how many of you would attend? I need to know. Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, that's what's up. BitBud, I appreciate that, family. Appreciate the moderation in there as well. Coinfather says, Nathan, I need to come get high in Colorado with you, bro, and hit the slopes. That's what's up. ESP says 10 years ago, Bitcoin was 10 to 12 bucks. Bitcoin can only go up. You make a great point. Anshuman says, what's your opinion on SBF being invited to speak at the New York Times event? That's a great question. Obviously, they're puffing him up and protecting criminals. Here's how it works. There is a racketeering business going on the same way with the mafia back in the day with Al Capone, as Max Kaiser has been calling out Bankman-Fried for similar behavior. We have racketeering. That's when the exchanges are working with the regulators and the SEC, the politicians, and it's just a circle of fraud. At the end of the day, they're all working in cahoots with each other, criminals protecting criminals. So, I mean, it couldn't be any more obvious, but it's sad. But I think at the end of the day, it makes it crystal clear who the good guys and who the bad guys are. We know the lamestream media are the bad guys. It's the Matrix. We know the regulators are the bad guys. It's the Matrix. We know Bankman-Fried, bad guys, Matrix. You feel me? Who are the good guys? The people speaking out the truth about Bankman-Fried and what actually occurred. Is Kevin O'Leary a good guy? Absolutely not. Mr. Wonderful is purposely deceiving you, saying he still trusts Bankman-Fried. Bankman-Fried doesn't have an evil bone in his body. Would you do business with him again, Mr. Wonderful? Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's a genius. I'd absolutely do business with. So you can see the good guys being separated from the bad guys, and that couldn't be any more obvious, even for the newbies here in the industry. And so for that, I think overall, this is a good thing that we call out these bad actors and we can separate the good from the bad. Let me know if that all makes sense, my crypto fam. Michael says, I will be there with my wife. Well, looking forward to meeting you and your wife. Bitcoin Cal says, I'll be there for the $100,000 party. That's what's up. BitBud says, I'll be there looking for girlfriends. Exactly. Jeff says, getting my passport soon in the mail. Well, guess what? If you're a United States resident, you don't even need a passport to travel to Puerto Rico, which makes it even that much cooler to visit because Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. However, if you're from a different country, then obviously you will need a passport, and I'd highly recommend to get your passport as soon as possible because there's no telling how fast we can reach that six-figure mark. Digital Gravity says, music, it's the circle of fraud. Disney's the fraud king. Absolutely. Chuck Strickland says, can you travel to Puerto Rico if you are not vaccinated? Yes, 100%. You can visit Puerto Rico and not be vaccinated. Thank God. Hallelujah. That's what's up. What? Yeah, good news. Absolutely. Seize the moment. Take advantage of it. That's what's up. Dragonflower says 6 figures would be devastating for me by next year. I need more time. Well, start stacking now. You know what I mean? There's no telling what the future holds. Coinfather says it's Bitcoin. Anything is possible, but it looks unlikely. Bitcoin Cal says smash that like button. I greatly appreciate that. Smack the like button as if it's Gary Gensler and Bankman-Fried combined in one. Do that right now, as it's the greatest thing you do to help support the show. And also, if you're not already have all the notifications turned on, be sure to turn on all notifications and to subscribe to the channel, as it helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Buy it or don't buy it, everyone gets the price they deserve. Facts, preach. That's what's up, Rave. Bitcoin Trini says pure blood here. ESP says we just got to chill and enjoy the circus as we stack our stats. And Bitcoin Cal puts his hands up and says not facts. That's what's up. Keep stacking them sats. Chuck says amen. Coinfather, take care, my crypto fam. That's what's up. Yeah, man. So it's going to be a good time. I encourage everyone to make it out here to Puerto Rico when we do celebrate with the entire crypto fam. And who knows, maybe we can record it and do something really cool together. But with that being shared, now for the big finish. Here's what we covered here with you in today's show. We discussed Bitcoin addresses holding at least one Bitcoin is close to 1 million, which is the new all-time high from our whole coiners, which is awesome to hear. Also in today's show, we discussed independent research verifies that the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust does indeed have 633,000 Bitcoin, even though Grayscale couldn't legally share that. Also in today's show, we discussed $165 million in Bitcoin linked to the Mt. Gox hack suddenly moves as quant analyst issues the warning. Also in today's show, we discuss crypto trader detailing a massive price target for Litecoin, returning to an all-time high of $400, and says Litecoin can lead this altcoin charge. Also in today's show, we discuss Bitcoin will explode by over 5,900% and come out of the bear market smelling like a rose, according to ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, who predicts a 7-figure Bitcoin price by 2030. We also discuss the possibility of Bitcoin realistically hitting 110,000 next year in 2023, as I shared with you 3 reasons to be bullish on Bitcoin right now. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next?